I want to share one little other practical little nugget that I've encountered. This was something that was brought to me a few months ago now in one of our mastermind sessions. And it ties back in to my little theme running through today. Because, and again, I can very much relate to this. I got quite excited a few years ago when I was first introduced to the concept of live chat. You know, the little bit on the website where someone can actually have a little conversation while they're on your website. I'm going back now probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. And when that first came along, I was hugely excited by it. There was huge potential for us. And we were one of the very early adopters of it in the UK. But I'll be honest, it didn't work very well for us. And the reason it didn't work very well were twofold. Looking back, because actually getting the code to get live chat on your website, that's like the easy bit. The hard bit is making sure that the chats get responded to when people actually do log online, because Sod's Law says it's that when the moment they enter their little conversation, there's no one's there or we're offline or whatever else, and it didn't do stellar things for us. So I was a little bit surprised at Mastermind 2 months ago now when Glenn and David, the guys that run Yomdel, the estate agency franchise, talked to me and told me about the tremendous success they were having with live chat. Now, again, this is about conversion today, so I should share this. And they're using a service called Yomdel. And you might want to just write that down. It's a slightly strange spelling. Y-O-M-D-E-L. Now, it turns out Yomdel is actually a British company. And their service is somewhat different because they don't just put the live chat code on your website. Oh, no. They deal with all the conversations that get kicked off as well. Very, very interesting. So, Yomdel have been using them now for quite a while with really quite stellar results. And I'll share some of their results in a moment or two. But just to make sure we're all on the same page, I've kind of swiped a little 2-minute video from the Yomdel website, which just explains a bit more about the concept and what they do. Because this could help quite a few of you, I think, with conversion.
E-commerce conversion rates are only about 3% of unique visitors. And of those people that put items in their baskets, 70% will abandon their purchase. Why does this happen? It's mainly down to unanswered questions and a lack of human interaction. Imagine how many more sales or conversions there would be if you could talk to customers at checkout or other critical points in their journey. Using live chat to talk to people when they hesitate at checkout or to answer questions or concerns elsewhere on your website is proven to increase conversion rates to 25% or more and average order values by at least 10%. At Yomdel, we know the secrets of why people buy online and why they don't. Powerful technology to serve live chat and the teams of highly trained people are ready to answer the questions that block your sales and conversions. We know exactly what behaviors indicate impending basket abandonment, and we know when to step in to help them buy. What's more, Yomdel never sleeps and is there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to serve your customers. Talk to Yomdel to add the human dimension to your online business and ramp up sales and leads.
So it's a pretty cool concept. I mean, the live chat been around for a while, but actually having someone that actually answers it, that's fairly cool. And so I spoke to Glenn about why he thinks it's working so well. For him, he says, people hate estate agents, Nige. He said, no one wants to talk to us at all. And but with Yomdel, they don't have to. They can kind of type this in. This is people that are looking at properties and houses and things online. He said, this is interesting, 52% of the chats that they have, so this is Yomdel, this is the guys there, 52% of them are outside normal office hours. And Glenn's loving this. This is when all his competitor estates have gone home. And he saw some fascinating, there was a nurse who was online at 4 in the morning. Because that's in her work cycle, that's when she's looking at stuff. And of course what's happening when they're getting an effective response on the live chat at that time, not just a response, it's an intelligent, effective response, because there's a human being at the end of it. The impact this has on people's propensity to do business is huge. And it gets better with Yomdel because all you actually pay them for are the leads that they generate for you. So you only actually pay, and what a lead is when they'll send you the chat conversation that's been had. So at that point, when they've got the contact information, you get all the conversation that's happened, and only at that point do you actually pay for it. I thought, well, no wonder you're excited about this, Glenn. I can understand this now. And he said, it gets better, Nigel. He said, the leads that we're getting through Yomdel are of a higher quality than the leads that are coming direct through the site. Now, when you think about that for a moment, that kind of makes sense, because by engaging in the chat, they are already kind of pre-qualifying themselves. There's clearly a greater propensity, so they're better quality leads. He said some people are disqualifying themselves in the chat, which is fine, because that's saving our time, so I'm really cool with that. And he said, because what happens when we get the lead sent through to us with the contact information, he says, we've got a full transcript of what's gone on, so we know exactly the situation, and we can pick it up. And these are the stats on Umove's site in February. It's really interesting. So the guy's got 37,000 unique visitors in the month of February to their Umove website. And of those visitors, in round numbers, 2,000 of them, so just over 5%, actually accepted the live chat invite. So that's 2,000 people just on the Umove website, that's all, 2,000 out of 37,000 got engaged with live chat. That surprised me that it's that high, but it's well presented. Now, the hot prospects I sent you in the chat was 1,200, so the ones that actually got involved and started talking with the guys. 372 of the chatters, as they call them, because when the chat finishes, they get a little pop-up asking for feedback on the chat, because they're tracking the effectiveness of the guys that they're talking to. 30 left feedback, and this is great. Look, 37.5%, 465 leads were generated just in February from that live chat. Which I think is staggering. In terms of conversion, which is what today is all about, this is of real interest. So since that mastermind session, which happened a few weeks ago now, I've spoken to the guys at Yomdel. We're now gearing up. We'll be live on Yomdel very, very shortly, because I see this as a huge opportunity for us. Ordinarily, I would have held back and tested it ourselves, but it kind of fits so much with the theme of today's event. And given the track record and the experience that Glenn and David at Umove have had, I felt it was the right thing to share it with you. And here's some of the feedback that's from the little survey that pops up at the end of the chat. And here's what these again are all from the Umove in February. So fantastic on the site, great idea. I'm impressed, excellent companies, more companies should do this. This chat is very helpful, it's great, this is 24 hours. But I do feel sorry for those who have to be awake through the night. What they don't realise is that the people that are awake through the night, it's actually daytime where they are. It's quite a smart operation that the guys at Yomdel have got. And when you do get on board and work with them, they go to quite some lengths to flush out with you before it starts the most likely questions that people are going to ask and what those answers should be, so that the guys are equipped to handle it in the right way. But what they're not doing, what you're not getting here, is kind of robots kind of typing stuff. That it's intelligent human interaction, and I've had half a dozen chats now on the Umove people to test it out, and I've been really, really impressed with the intelligence that they've no idea who I am. I'm on the website, and the intelligence that they're deploying is really, really slick. So I thought I would just mention Yomdel today. Just to be clear, I have no interest in Yomdel. I'm not an investor, a shareholder. They're not a partner. They're not even in the bloody EC. But I think they've got a really, really cool service, and part of my job is to share that with you in the right context, which is what I think this is in terms of helping boost your conversion. It could be really interesting.